Hey guys, just another week here at the shop. As you know, it's just been a massive few months with everything that's going on. I'm sure you heard about the Colin Jackie O thing and stuff. It's just been massive. If not, there'll be a link down in the description. Go and check it out. This week we just got doing a wedding cake for one of our friends. So we're just going to be doing a tutorial on that and stuff. So Sharon will be filming that. So that'll be heaps of fun. So just sit back, watch, relax, and see how it's all done.
This week I'm making a 2-tier wedding cake for a good friend of ours, and it's going to be just a fairly small cake, 2 tiers, ganache with fondant over the top, nice smooth edging, nothing too fancy. It will have some rounded edges. They didn't want it too sharp or too pointy, just a relaxed sort of look. It's going to have real roses on the top of it as well, a little bit of decorating on the sides, so you'll see all that when it comes to it. So I'm just ganaching the cakes so they can set for a bit, and then we'll be putting fondant over the top as well. My cakes are set now with the ganache, and we're just starting the fondant process. Won't take too long. They're quite simple, quick, easy cakes. They're only little ones as well. When you're putting fondant over a cake, you want to make sure it's nice and smooth. You smooth down the top as you're putting it over, and then you gradually smooth down the sides. You want to get a nice firm stick to the ganache, get it right down to the bottom without any creases or anything. And you do that by slowly going around and around until you get all the way to the bottom, and then cutting away the excess. I'm just using a fondant smoother, or an icing smoother sometimes they're called, to smooth the edges of the cake. You need to do this for a short time just to get a nice smooth finish, and it also just buffs the sides a little bit so they're nice and flat and a little bit of sheen to them. Otherwise they don't flatten right out, and then they take on the shape of whatever's underneath it. So the smoother your cake is underneath, the easier it is to do that. So it's always best to start with a very nice flat surface, and depending on how smooth and sharp you want the corners as well. Sometimes people ask for very sharp corners. This one in particular, we just want some nice rounded corners because it's a soft cake. It's not a very stark looking cake or anything like that. And now I'm just getting a little bit of fondant as well in my hand, and just rubbing that along the sides just gives it a nice finish. It shines the fondant just a slight amount, so it's got a nice sheen to it. So it's just using a piece of fondant that I've cut off from the sides and just going around the cake and over the sides just to rub it and give it a nice shine to the surface. at the venue and we're setting up the cake. I've got some supports on the bottom tier just to hold that top tier up so it doesn't collapse. And I'm just putting a little bit of ganache in between the two so it gives a little bit of stick. It's not going to fall off or slide all over the place when it's being moved or carried. This is a top tier about to go on. Got the beautiful fresh roses in the top. I have a florist that provides all of the roses for us, or flowers depending on what we've got on the cake. You can see that I've got a little filigree design on the side as well that I added after I did the fondant. I'm sorry I forgot to film that as I was doing it.
That's it for this week's videos, guys. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And we'll be back next time. Ciao.